Yeah, hi team. So we'll wait just 2-3 more minutes and then we'll start the session. Yeah, hi team. So we can go and start the session. So today we are going to see the new topic, which is the BIP report. So we have the Fusion instance, right? So from the Fusion instance, right, we have seen the REST API that okay, we can go and create a record, we can go and get the information, right? But in that one, right, what will happen, right? We'll just get the predefined information, right? Whatever it is there into the REST API, right? We can go and get that only. In case if you wanted to extract some specific information, right, what we need for our instance, right? So if you have to do that kind of thing, right? So how we can go and do that one? So that we need to do with the help of BIP report. So in the Fusion, we have one concept of the BIP report. So it means like BIP is nothing but like we can go and write business intel. So the full form of the BIP is like business intelligence publisher. It means there we can go and write our query and then we can go and extract the data from that one. So we'll see that one, how we can go and do that one. And then we'll see how we can go and call that one. And after that one, we'll see that, okay, what are the different ways we can go and consume that into our table or into our OIC. So let me just share my screen. So this is the Fusion instance what we have. So these are the credentials what we have for the SaaS instance. So I hope you already have this instance credentials. If not, like you can ask again. Let me just go and put this in the down. So this is our Fusion instance. Dev 58. These are the credentials what we have. It's welcome at the rate one not this name. So this is what we have is a Fusion instance, right? So we can go to the home page and this is our all the informations what we have. Now, in case if you wanted to access that BIP report, right? How we can go and access, right? So there are different ways we can go and do that one. So if we are into this one, right? What we do, right? We can come to the home page. We can go to the navigation, and from the navigation, right? Inside the tool, or just click into configuration. So here we don't have this one. Sandbox appearance structure page integration. Yeah. So if you see, right, in the tools, right, we will get this one reports and analytics section. So we can go and click into this reports and analytics. So this page it will come, right? So what we do, right, we can come here and then we can go and click into browse catalog. So it will go and open new page. So we can allow. So it is a new page, it will go and open, right? So this is what we have the analytics, right? Report page. Once you click into this one, right? So like this kind of page, it will go and open. So this is our BIP page or business intelligence, right? So this is the one way, right? We can go and click into this one, we can redirect. Second way is like we can just go and take the business like this base URL. If you wanted to access directly, right? What we do, right? We can just write slash and we can write analytics after this one, right? So once we write analytics, right? So it will go and open the same page, right? So it is the same thing which will come. If you see, right? If you click into this one also, right? So same thing it is coming, right? Page and then analytics, right? So same page it will go and open here and into this also, right? So you can go and use any navigation, whichever looks good. So that is what we have, right? Once we come inside this one, right? So this is a place, right, where we'll go and write this our integrations, like our BIP reports, right? So where we can go and write our BIP report, right? So if you see, right, two folders are there, right? My folder and shared folder. So my folder is nothing but your kind of a local, right? It means we have this local folder, right? Right? So it means like whatever you create, right? So those things will be accessible by you only, right? So it's kind of a your temporary folder. If you want something, right? Suppose some report if you create, right? And that should be accessible by everyone, right? So in that case, right, what we need to do, right? We have to go and use the shared folders. So inside the shared folder, right, we can go and create here our folders and then we can go and start using here. So if you see right here, different folders are created, right? So like this one, right, we can come here and we can create our own folder, right? So I will come into this one and I will go and create a folder here, right? So you can come here, then we can come into this one. So here what we do, right, we can go and create a new folder. What name we'll do, right? So I will give 000 underscore V21, right? So that okay, it should come into the top, right? So due to that reason, I'm starting with 00. We can say okay. Now we can just go and refresh. So if you said it will come into the first, right? It will come here. That okay, first place that okay, this is our folder. In this one we can come and we can go and do whatever things we wanted to do, right? So sorry, we can go and check for some other folder first of all, right? So if you see, right, in this one, right, we have two things, right? We need to create one report and we need to create one data model. So if you see two things, right, this is our data model, right? If you see, if you click into this one, right, this is a data model. If you click into this one, then the next is a report. If you see, right, so it means like if you wanted to extract any data, right, we need to create two things and both will go side by side, right? In sync it will go. We have to create one data model. So data model is a place, right, where we'll go. Let me just go and write here, right? So BIP report, right, what it will contain, right? It will contain two things. One is it will contain the data model, right? And second, it will go and contain the report part, right? So in the data model, right, what will happen, right? So data in the data model, right, we will write our SQL query, which will extract the data, which will extract the data from Fusion, right? So that is the purpose of the data model. Now, what is the purpose of the report, right? So the report, right, it will have the template, right? It will have the template so that, okay, you can see like how you wanted to see that data, right? For example, you got the data, right? You wanted to have the Excel sheet, you wanted to have the PDF, right? You wanted to design something, right? So whatever you wanted to put, right? So all those things you can go and do into this one, right? So here, right, what will happen? This is, will have the template to view the data, right? So in this one, right, we can go and write our query. And in this one, right, what will happen, right? We can go and see, right? So one BIP report, right, will contain one data model and one report, right? So then the BIP report will be created. So what we do, right? If you see, right, I already have the query with me. If you see, this is the query, right? So we wanted to extract the Fusion data, right? Like HCM data. So I have the in this one, right? Different tables, right? So these are the Fusion tables we have per all people left, per all assignments, per person name, per period of service, right? So these are the tables what we have. So from this one, right, we wanted to extract this data. So we can come to our instance, we can go to our folder and we wanted to create a here, right? First, the data model, right? So how we can go and create? So we can come into this one, right? This is a button. In this one, we can say, and we can say data model we wanted to create, right? So we can say data model. We can come here, we can go and write here SQL query, right? We wanted to. So what is the data source, right? So we can say we wanted to write the SQL query. We can give any name. So I can say person information, right? So then what is the data source, right? So in the Fusion, right, we have different data models, right? If you see, we have the CRM, right? Customer relationship management, human capital management, finance, supply chain management, right? So based on that one we are, right? So whatever the tables we are trying to access, right? So these are there into the human capital management, right? So we can go and use HCM, right? What type of SQL query we are writing, right? Standard SQL, procedure and non-standard, right? So we are writing SQL query, right? So we can come here and we'll say that, okay, we'll write the SQL query here. Now what is the next one, right? We'll go and put this whole query here, right? So we can go and put this query. Then we can go and click into OK. So once you click into OK, right, what will happen, right? This will say that, okay, these are the parameters we have. So if you go and see, right, in this one, right? So if you see, right, assignment status, right, we are passing the parameter, right? Colon P assignment, right? Same thing, colon P person number, right? So these two thing parameters we are passing, right? So we say yes, we wanted to create. So we can just check mark and what will happen, right? This list will come start here. So we can say okay. So if you see, right, these parameters came here, right? This is our person information. So this our query is correct. If suppose query is wrong, right, we'll get error that, okay, no, it is not working. So for example, right, if I will come, right, and let me remove this from, right, it means now our query is not valid, right? So if I will do okay, right, what will happen, right? We will get that error from keyword not found, right? So we can go and do the control Z. Suppose if you go and miss some comma, right, and click into OK. So missing right parenthesis, right? So it will come show like that one, right? So all those errors will come once our query is valid, right? Then only we'll go and get to know. So we can say OK. So this is our correct query, right? Now what we do, right? We can come to the data and here, right, we can go and see there, right? So we can go and click into view Then if you see, right, the data will come here into the tree view. We can click into the table view. So the data will start coming as a table, right? If you see it here, the data is started coming as a table, right? So this is what we can go and do, or how we can go and see this one, right? So if you see, this is the data which is coming. Now, as of now, it is coming 5 rows, right? So we can go and see any number of rows here. So we can say 200. What will happen, right? 200 rows will come, right? So like this one, right? The data will come, right? Now this is the data model we have created, but it is not saved yet, right? So we can come here and we can go and click into save, right? So we can come here and where we wanted to see, right? We wanted to save into our folder, right? So which is our folder? This is the first folder which we have created. So we can come inside this one. We can go and click into OK. Double click into this one. So in this one, right, we wanted to create. And what is the name we can do, right? We can give any name. So we can say employees underscore DM, right? Data model I will write, right? It means this is the employees data model. I can go and click into OK. So what will happen, right? This got saved here, right? If you say this got saved. If I will come to the catalog back, right? And if I wanted to see, check, right? See in 00B21, right? Earlier there was nothing, right? Now we have the data model, right? It means the query part, right? The first part which we need to do, right? So that part we are already completed. This part, right? Data model, right? So it means like we will get the data from the fusion. Now we wanted to create a report from this one, right? So how we can do? We can create normal report. We can create our own templates and all, or we can go and do that by using inbuilt only. So we can come to the report first here, right? Come to the data. We can say view and save, right? So from here, if you see that we have the create button, right? So we can go and do this one. If you see directly, if you click, right, we will get one confirmation message, right? That okay, first we need to save the data sample, right? So we can click into OK. So it will come, right? It means like first what we need to do, right? We have to save the sample data, right? So we can go and click into save as sample data. So that okay, we can go and prepare the report. Now we can come and we say create report. So it will come here, right? So now what we do, right? We can go and use this option. So let me minimize a little bit. So now full screen will come, right? If you see use data model, spreadsheet and subject area. So you have the data model, right? So if you see in the data model, right? Whatever the data model we have created, right? We are going to use, right? Because the report we wanted to create on top of that one, right? So we'll go and use this option, data model, right? Then how do you want to create your report? So two options, right? You guide me and use report editor. So we'll see guide me only. We can say next. Then what will happen, right? Here we'll get this report, right? So if you see, right, portrait or landscape, then table we wanted to show, right? So these two options will select. We can say next. In this one, if you see, right, what all things, right? Whatever the columns we have, right? So all those columns, it will start appearing here, right? So we can go, if you see drop fields here. So whatever fields we wanted to see, right? We can go and drop those fields here. So we need person number, we need employee name, first name we need, last name we need, date start, assignment number, primary flag, and active status. Right, so these are all the columns what we have, right? We can go and remove that. Okay, we don't need this last show total. So we can see now this is the report, right? How it will come. Now we can say next, right? And we can say the finish. So it will ask that, okay, what is the name, right? In the same folder, I wanted to create with this name, but like instead of DM, right, we'll say this as a report, right? So we are saving the report. Now we can go and click into OK. So if you see, right, our report got saved. And if you see, right, the data will start coming here. If you see, right, the data started coming here. 153 pages are coming, right? So if you see it, all the data, right, we are able to see, right, each and everything it will come, right? So report will go and show this as a PDF and Excel, whatever the format we wanted to show, right? That specific format, it will go and show that, okay, this is what we have the report and this is how we can go and see the data, right? So this is what we have in the report. Now suppose we don't want to see this much, right? Or if you wanted to modify it, now we can go and just modify the query. So if you see right here, in our folder, right, two things got created. One is the data model and one is the report, right? So it means like now we can go and call these reports outside. We can go and start using this one, right? If you see right in our report, right, we are getting too many rows, right? So what we do, right, we can come here and we can add some condition, or we can put that row num condition, right? So that, okay, it can filter out. So we can write here and row num is equal to maybe 20 records only we need, right? So we can say 20. We can say okay. We can come to the data and view. So it's nothing coming, right? If you see, right, we are not able to see any data here, right? So it means like condition we have put wrong. So come back here, click into edit. Right, less than, I think equal condition will not work. Yeah, so if you see, right, we are able to see the data now. If I will go and put 200 records, right? So if you see, right, we will not get 200 records. If you see, right, only limited data we are getting, right? Why? Because we have written that condition, right? So now it is not going to generate each and everything. Only limited data it will do. We can go and do the save, right? If I will go and do the report, see the report now, right? So in the previous case, right, what happened? It was generating us like, so we can go and click into open directly. So let it complete. So what was happening, right? It was, now if you see, it is giving one file only, one page only, right? Previously it was giving 153 pages, right? Now we have just limited data, right? Because we just wanted to see the flow, right? How it will go and happen, right? So that is what we have, right? So this is the data what we have into this one, correct? Now what is the next thing we can go and do, right? So now our report purpose is completed, right? We are able to create the data model, we are create the report. So any questions till now if anyone has? Anyone, any questions? Okay. So if no question, right, then what is the next thing, right, we need to do, right? Now we'll see how we can go and call this report outside, right? Because if I wanted to use in the OIC, right, I directly cannot go and use the report, right? Because there is no endpoint, nothing, right? So with the help of SOAP API, right, we can go and call these REST APIs in the integration, right? So first we'll try to use this as a postman only into the SOAP UI. So let me go and open the SOAP UI. Let it open, right? So this is a SOAP API we have, right? So what we'll do, right, we will go and call here the SOAP API. So which one we need to call right here? So BIP report. So if you see, right, we wanted to call, right? So this is the external thing which we need to write. It means the instance URL and then this one. So why this one we need to put, right? So if you go and see right here, so the report is available into this one, right? So it is available on the server also. So what is that server, right? We can write here slash XML. So it is XMLP server. So if you see, right, this also will open the report page only. If you see, right, our report is able. Now if you see it, either we can go to the analytics or we can go to this XMLP server, right? If you go to the catalog, right? So we'll able to see our report here in the shared folder. This is the report what we have, right? So this is the report what we have. So it means we need to go and access this one, right? This instance. So in this one, right, what will happen, right? We are into the services, right? So in this one server, right, what will happen, right? We will have all the services. So after this one, if you go, instead of servlet, right? Servlet is like it will go and show in the UI. If I will write service right here, I think it's services. So whatever the services, if you see available SOAP service, right? It means into this server, right? At this one, right? Whatever the APIs are available, right? So all those it will go and show, right? SOAP services. So if you see catalog folder, so the one which we need, right, is our run report, right? We wanted to run the report, right? So what is our one, right? External report services. So this is our one run report, right? So we wanted to call this one, right? Either we can call public report services. So this is what we have run report, right? So do we have this into another also? Public only we have. Hmm. Right? So what we have, right? We need to call this external report services and then this one. So this is the WSDL what we have, right? So now what we do, right? We can come into this one. We'll create a new SOAP project. We can write our B21 underscore BIP. And in this one, right, we need to put the WSDL URL, right? So what is it? It will be, right? It will be our instance information. So this is the instance URL what we have. And after this one, right, what we need to do, right? We need to put the server information, right? So this endpoint URL. So this endpoint URL, right? This one, right? This is going to be same for always. Only this base URL will change. So we can come here. So here we have two slashes. So we can remove one. So this is what we have, right? We can go and click into OK. So this will go and load all the business objects. If you see external report service is extracted and the one which we need to run, right? So this is a operation which we need to run report, right? So we can come and we can click into the request here. So this is what we have here, right? So this is the PLC, this is the sample, right? What we need to run, right? So this is what we can do. In this one, if you said, it will go and show too many information, right? So we don't need this much information, right? What all things we need, right? We can go and just pass those only. So we don't need this report request. So one is like we don't need this one, right? Report list attributes. So we can remove this one. Then we don't need these parameters also. Attribute class calendar. So we can remove this one. We don't need this dynamic and this one. So we can go and remove this one. We don't need this parameter name also. So we can go and delete this parameter name also. Right? So what we have next, right? Okay, Control Z. So we don't need this one. Report parameters. Right? Now what we have, right? After this one, right? We just have this only, right? So in this one, two things only we need, right? Report absolute path and the data chunk size, right? So these rest all things also we don't need. We can go and, right? We don't need this app parameter. So this much. So it means this is the body, which is the mandate, right? Which report we wanted to write and like size of data chunk, right? So here we can write -1. So -1, what will do, right? It will go and download whole file. All the text will contain. And then here we need to give the report path. What is the report path we need to run, right? So from where we will get the report path, we can come here. So this is the report, right? So we don't have to run the data model because data model, right? If you see, right, internally report will contain the data model. If you go to the edit, right? So this is the data model which we prepared from the data model, right? So if you see, right, this report we created, right? And it is using data model, right? So we don't have to call this data model anytime. We have to call the report only because report is the one, right? We wanted to see from our information, right? So from where we'll get, right, we can come into this one, and here, right, we can go and see the properties. In the property, right, we'll get the path. What is the path we have, right? Shared B0021, right? So this is what we can go and do, right? So we can go and get this much here. If you say, right, report path, right, we have to do custom and this one. So this we are putting inside outside it. So we don't have to use this shared. We just have to start with this one only. So we can go and give our path here. That okay, this is the path what we have, right? So shared is not required. And then in this one, right, what is our report name, right? Because in the one folder, right, we can have any number of folders, right? So this is the name, right? Employee report. So we can write employee report and then dot xdo. So this is the extension of the report. So xdo we can do, right? So what it will do right now, this will go and download our file, right? So now we can go and run. So first, right, what will happen, right? We will get unauthorized, right? It means we need to put the security, right? Because directly we cannot run the report, right, without security. So what we need to do, right? We need to provide the authentication. So we can come here and we can write the basic authentication, right? Basic authentication, okay. Now here we need to pass the credentials. So we can come. So these are the credentials what we have. And we can do, right? Now we can go and run the report again. So if you said it is coming 200, okay. If you go to the XML, right? If you see, now we are getting that output, right? But if you say it, will not get that output in the correct way, right? So what will happen, right? The output will come into the base 64, right? So whatever that output what we have, right? So this is the one which it will have. So this is that output what we have, right? So what we do, right? We can just go copy this body. We can put into our notepad. So this is the report what we have. So let me go and change the XML, right? So this is that output, right? So if you see, right, your output will be available into this report bytes tag. So this is the output, right? And if you say it is coming into the PDF format. Now, if you wanted to see this output, right, what it will have, right? So what we do, right, we can go to the online and we can go and write base 64 decode, base 64 decode online, because this is our right encoded format, right? So we can go and put that code here and it will go and do the decode. So we can say decode. So if you say it is coming into the PDF, right? So we are not able to read the correct output, right? Because it is generating the PDF format. So we wanted to see the text only, right? So what we do, right? We can come to the report and right here we can go and change that, okay? How we wanted to see the report. So in the OIC, right? When we wanted to read the right, the PDF we cannot go and read, right? So we have different templates are available. We can go and use that one, right? So in this one, right? If you see output formats, which are the different output formats we have. So we can come down and we say that, okay, we wanted to see the data into CSV format. And default format, we can put the CSV only, right? So that, okay, it will come. Now we can go and do the save. So what will happen, right? This time if I will go and run the report, right? I will not get the PDF report. I will get the CSV data. If you see, it is coming the CSV data here, right? So we can say that, okay, this is that output which it will come. Now what we can do, right? We can come here and we can run the report again. So this time, right, it will not give the PDF, it will give the CSV data. We can come back to the here, copy the code again. So this time if you see it, report bytes we are getting, and if you say it here, it will show text plain character UTF, right? It means it is coming in. Now it's not coming in the PDF, right? Now this time let me go and take this code. And we can go and put the code here and we'll use decode. So if you see right here, this time, right, whatever the data we are able to see from the report right here, right, same data we are able to see into this also, right? So this is how we can go and see the data, or we can go and use this one, right? So this is how the data it will show, right? P assignment, P type, right? And employee ID and all, right? So this is the data what we can go and do, right? Now in this one, right, you can go and write any query, any data, whatever data you need, right? So you can go and modify those things, and like that one, right, you will go and extract the data. Now once we our BIP report is complete, right, then we can like how we are using this SOAP, right, external, right? So with the help of SOAP connection, right, we can go and use this into our integration also, right, in our OIC. So we can go and read this data, right? We can go and write whatever we wanted to do, right, with this data, right? We can send over email and all, right? So all those things we can go and achieve in the help of this one, right? So main point is like we just have to create the BIP report into the Fusion. Once that is there, right? So with the help of SOAP connection, right? With the help of SOAP API, right? We can go and use that one. So in tomorrow's session, right, we'll see how we will go and use this one into our integration. So if any question, anyone has any question into the BIP report, we can go and take those questions now. Anyone, any questions? In the report creation, in the report call, right? So like with the help of SOAP, right, we are able to call this one outside, right? So with the help of SOAP, right, if you are able to call outside, right? So same way, right, we can go and call inside the integration also.
Do we have this access of SOAP, or we need to download this also?
And the SOAP UI,
Yeah, SOAP, right?
yeah, so this is a free software. You can go and download.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you do SOAP UI, right? So this first will come. So this is a like testing software, like how we have the Postman, right? So Postman is
Yeah.
there only for the REST APIs, but in the SOAP, right, you can go and do both. So you can use the REST also and you can use the SOAP also.
Okay. Yeah.
Any other questions if anyone has? Okay, so if no question, then I think we can go and wrap up the session today here only. Tomorrow we'll see how we can go and use this SOAP connections or this BIP report into our integration, and what are the different things we can go and do there. Because if you see right here, externally we came to this base 64, and then we are able to see the code, right? But in the BIP, in the integration, right, we will see how we can go and do this decoding internally. We have the opaque schema and all. So we'll see how we can go and use those things.
Okay.
Any other questions if anyone has? Okay. So if no question, then I think we can wrap up. And I hope you guys are doing the whatever I'm showing in the class, right? You are doing side by side so that okay, you will not get that any issues at the end. Because we are towards the end, right? We are into last part of our training.
Are
So
we
if you
done
are
with
not started,
integration?
what?
Are we done with integration? So as we have started with reports and all.
No, no. We are doing this BIP, right? First we integration only will do. So
Oh,
last also, right? It's the integration only. But first you should know, right? What is BIP report, right? Then only we can go and call.
yeah.
So still we have around like I think 7 or 8 classes. In that also we'll do the
Okay.
integration only because this is mainly for the integration only training. But
Yeah. Basically,
please
and
start doing
that's
the
why.
hands-on so that okay, if you face any issue, right? We have the time, we can go and ask questions, right? If you face any issue, right, we can go and explore those things.
Sure, sure. We need to practice now. Yes.
Okay. Thank you all.
Thank you.